Welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate you taking the time out to watch the videos and interacting with them as well. Now, the CPL is off to a very, very hot start. The matches so far, have been exciting, literally going down to the last ball, right? We saw it in the first match between 10 Kids and Antigua, and we saw it also again in the match between the Guyana Amazon Warriors and the Antigua Falcons again, right? So this being the third match now, the big boys, it's their turn to put on a display for us. And who are the big boys, you might ask? None other than the Trinbago Knightriders. When you talk about star quality on paper, it doesn't get bigger than the Trinbago Knightriders. Guyana, they have some good players on their team as well. But in terms of just straight up star quality, Trinbago Knightriders, are definitely the big boys of this competition. And it's their turn now to show up and show us what they're going to be bringing to the table in this year's CPL. So, going to be looking at their squad, previewing their squad, previewing the match between them and St. Kitts, and also going over the match between Guyana Amazon Warriors and Antigua Falcons last night, which was a very exciting match, right? So, just stick around to the end of the video, while we discuss all of these things. But before I get into the details, though, just take a quick second to just hit that like button. Just a quick second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new, right? If it's the first time coming across the channel, definitely just hit that subscribe button. Definitely, it tells YouTube that you like the content that's been produced. And if you're a fan of West Indies Cricket or CPL, this is a channel you can definitely come and get regular updates about what's going on in the CPL and West Indies Cricket. So just hit that subscribe button while you're at it, right? So getting straight into it. So I'm going to be starting with the Trinbago Knightriders squad, right? So like I said, this squad is filled with stars, right? It's a constellation of stars in this team. So this is the squad that they have fielded for this year's CPL. So if you look at it, right, you have none other than Mr. Kyron Pollard, right, the big man. Then you have Superman himself, Andre Russell, Sunil Narayan, right, Nicky P. Pooran. You guys understand when I say star quality, it doesn't get any bigger than this, right? Then you have you have Tim David on the graphic, right? But I don't think Tim David has not showed up for the tournament. Not sure why. So he has been replaced by Andres Gauss. He played for the USA in the T20 World Cup, right? Then you have Shakir Paris, Akil Hossein. More stars. DJ Bravo, Duyan Bravo, also on the team. Then you have Wakar Salam Keel. Hope I'm pronouncing his name right. He's a left-handed spin bowler. Did very well for TKR last year as well in the CPL. So good to see him back getting another opportunity to wear the TKR colors and hopefully perform well for them again. Then you have Jaden Seals, right? In brilliant form for West Indies in the red ball format. It will be interesting to see how he goes in the T20 format. Then you have Ali Khan, right? The US fast bowler. Nathan Edwards, the young batsman there, getting an opportunity to get some playing time in the CPL. Jason Roy, another star quality batsman. Jason Roy is out of England. Mark Dale, Casey Carty, right? Terence Hines, and Josh Little, the Irishman, right? So this is the TKR squad that will be taking part in this year's CPL. As you can tell, it's just a constellation of stars, like I said earlier. It doesn't get any better than this on paper than the squad that TKR, have put together, right? But like I always say, this match, these games are not played on paper. So they have to go out there and put on the performance, on the day, and they had a lot of star quality last year as well. They were definitely favorites, and we saw where Guyana were able to beat them in the finals and secure the title. So TKR definitely coming into this season with a lot to prove and looking to live up to their name and the star quality of their players and put on a dominant performance. So this TKR squad is looking good. You know, they are definitely favorites in my book to win the CPL, you know, just based on the amount of top quality players they have. And not only that, the form that these players are currently in. When you talk about a Nicholas Pooran, you know, Pooran, you know, over the past year and a half, 2 years, Pooran, he's been on a very, very good run in terms of batting, and expect no different from him in the CPL. So TKR are definitely favorites for this year's CPL. But like I said, they have to go out there and perform on the day. Right. So in their first match, they'll be coming up against the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, you know, who they themselves, you know, have their have quality in their team as well, right? They have stars in their team as well. Not as much as TKR, not as many big names as a TKR, you know, but they are a quality team, and they are also coming off the back of a victory in their first match against the Antigua Falcons. You know, like I mentioned earlier, that match went down to the last ball, and St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots were able to outlast the Falcons and come home with a victory. So this matchup between them and TKR will definitely be interesting. You know, stars going up against stars. You know, St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, you know, with a Evan Lewis in their lineup, a Sherfian Rutherford, a Raza, a Shikanda Raza, a Tristan Stubbs, Kyle Mayers, a Andre Fletcher, you know, Angry Noikia, a Tabrit Shamsi, you know, so this will be a definitely a matchup to worth watching, and I would not be surprised if St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots come out of this one on top, you know, because they themselves have quality players. But in my book, I have TKR as favorites in winning this match, but it will definitely be a close encounter, which can go either way. You know, TKR can win or St. Kitts can win, right? So, and that's a good thing about the CPL, right? There is the star quality is spread out among all the teams, right? If only Antigua, I would say, you know, they are lacking a bit of a star quality, and even in that, right, they don't have the biggest names, but even with that, you know, they've been involved so far in 2 very close encounters, which they could have won both of those matches. You know, it's just unfortunate that they lost both matches, but they are definitely here to compete, and they have been competing well, even though they don't have as many big names, right? So yeah, so kind of segueing now into the match between the Falcons and the Guyana Amazon Warriors from last night, right? Close encounter, like I've mentioned earlier, right? It literally came down to the last ball, and it took a 6 from Nevis Patriots to get the Guyana Amazon Warriors over the line, right? So scores in the match. Antigua batting first, you know, they got to 168 for 6 of their 20 overs, right? With Fakar Zaman, you know, getting 40 of 33 balls. Kofi James, he scored 37 from 24, right? Good to see Kofi James scoring some runs, a youngster, or fairly young, getting some runs. You know, in the first match, he got, I think it was 20 of 24. So he definitely improved his strike rate in this one, you know, facing the same 24 balls, but scoring 37 runs. So a huge shout out to Kofi James for that. And then you had Imad Wazim getting 40 off 21 as well, you know, to finish the inning strong for the Antigua Falcons, you know, and they were the main contributors for them in their total of 168 for 6, right? Bowling for the Amazon Warriors, Budakesh Moti, he took 3 for 25 from his 4 overs, and Nevis Patriots got the other wicket for them, taking 1 for 33 from his 4 overs. Shamar Joseph was a bit on the expensive end in this one. You know, he bowled 4 overs for 50 runs, right? But it was Moti's brilliant bowling was really what got the Amazon Warriors back in the game, because the Falcons got off to a very fast start. You know, after 10 overs, I think they were... Yeah, they got off to a very fast start. I don't remember where they were after 10 overs, but they had a good power play. But in the middle overs, they were restricted, and the Guyana Amazon Warriors were able to pull back their scoring, and hence they were only able to get 168. In reply, the Amazon Warriors got to 171 for 7 from their 20 overs, right? And like I mentioned earlier, it literally came down to the last ball of the over, last ball of the match for them to get over the line, right? So batting for them, you know, you had Shea Hope, you know, he got 41 from 34 to lead them in scoring. Romario Shepherd, he scored 32 from 16. Dwayne Pretorius, you know, the man that really got them over the line in the last over. I think he scored, they needed 16 runs from the last over, and he hit 3 4s and a 6. So that's what 18 runs in the last over he got. So 18 of his 20 runs came in the last over. So he scored 20 from 10. And Shimron Hetmyer got 19 from 21, right? So they were the main contributors for the Amazon Warriors in chasing down that total of 168. But I must say the Falcons, you know, they fought valiantly, and in all honesty, they have themselves to blame for losing this match as well. You know, they dropped Romario Shepherd, you know, when he was yet to score. And I would say some of their bowling choices were also a bit questionable. So poor fielding combined with questionable calls by the captain, you know, is what I think cost the Falcons this game against Guyana. You know, but they'll learn from this and come again strong, right? So but very exciting match. Very, very exciting match, you know, and it definitely bodes well for the CPL and going forward, you know, if they can continue to produce matches of this high quality drama and excitement for the fans, you know, not only the fans in the stadium, but also the viewers as well. Right, but that's all I have for you in this video, viewers and subscribers. You know, definitely looking forward to the match later on between Trinidad and St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. Do remember to like the video, you know, share your thoughts in the comment section. You know, what do you think about this Trinbago Knightriders squad? You know, how well do you think they will do in this year's version of the CPL? And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.